Sometimes, to avoid tear out when I drill a hole through a workpiece, I put a piece of board on the drill press metallic table. So finally I decided to use this plywood board to make a drill press table. The plywood table will be that long, and the width goes from the drill press column to here. Then I will make a mark here, 2 centimeters in front of the metallic table. I mark that width in another 2 points. And I draw the cutting line. And with the jigsaw I cut the piece of plywood I will use to make the drill press table. I center the plywood table on the metallic table. I make a mark there, right against the edge of the metallic table. And I draw a perpendicular line in that mark. I want to put this small strip here, right against the line. I have another small strip. I put it on the work table. Otherwise, the plywood table will wobble when I turn it. I make a mark on the table, centered on the strip and near one end of the strip. I drill a guide hole and I drive one screw. I make sure the strip is at 90 degrees with the front of the table. And I drive another 2 screws. Now I put the strip against the edge of the metallic table. And I push the plywood table against the column, and I clamp it. Now here I have another strip. I put it under the plywood table and against the edge of the metallic table, and I clamp it. I mark where to drive the first screw, and I drive the first screw. I drive the second screw. I get the clamp out of the way and I drive the third screw. So like this I can fit the plywood table on the drill press metallic table. Now I want to draw the shape of those openings in the bottom of the plywood table. I push the table against the column, and I draw the shape of the openings. Now I move the table ahead. I think I still can use the table in that position. And once again I draw the shape of the openings. This is the first drawing. This is the second drawing. And here is where both drawings match. I drill a 6 mm hole in the center of that place where both drawings match. Now I put the first hole on this groove I have in my work table. Like that, when I insert there the 6 mm bolt, it won't bump on the work table top. With a small chisel I mark the bolt head hexagonal shape on the plywood. And I cut a hole to insert the bolt head. It is quite easy to cut these holes in the plywood. I insert the bolt and I hit it until the head doesn't protrude the plywood surface. And in the other hole I do the same with another bolt. To avoid marks on the plywood, I can use the other bolt as a punch. Like that it is perfect. Now I want to route a very wide groove from the front of the table to the back of the table and between both bolts. I make a mark at 2 cm from the bolts. and in those marks I draw perpendicular lines to the front of the table. I want to route a very wide groove to fit in a piece of marquetry. I will use my plunge router. But first I will route this piece of plywood to make sure I will route to the right depth. I will use this straight router bit. I press the router until the bit touches the board, and I lock it. I put the marquetry sheet below the depth adjustment rod, and I release the rod, and I lock the depth adjustment rod in that position. I clamp that piece of plywood and I route it to the depth of cut I have just set in my router. And I think I have set the right depth of cut. Now, if I want to route the table like this, when I put the first clamp, it will incline to that side. So I number the strips to remember their position, and I unscrew them. Now I want to turn the router bit until the cutting edges are perpendicular to that line. And I move the router to put the router bit edge right on the line. Now I will put this strip against the router base, and with the square against the front of the table and against the strip, I make sure the strip is at 90 degrees with the front of the table. I clamp it, making sure I don't move it, and I do the same in the other side of the plywood table. It is better if I turn the square like this. Now I measure to check if both strips are parallel, and I think I moved them when I tighten the clamps. And now they are parallel and perpendicular to the front of the table, but they still can move here, so I will screw them here to make sure they don't move when I route. And now I can route the very wide groove between both strips. Now I mark the length in this piece of marquetry. I measure the width of that kind of groove, and I mark that measurement in the marquetry sheet. And I draw the rectangle I need to cut. And I cut it with my jigsaw. And now it is a matter of sanding the marquetry rectangle until it fits perfectly in the very wide groove. I've already screwed the strips below the plywood table, so I can fit it on the drill press metallic table, and I fit the marquetry rectangle. I insert the bolts. I put a big washer, a small one, and a wing nut. But now I realize that that is not the right position of the table. so I turn it. Like this, I can move it far from the column. I put the washers and the wing nuts. And like this, I can loosen and tighten the wing nuts to put the plywood table in any position I might need. Now I just need a fence. This strip will be the fence. I will use this screw to clamp one end of the strip. There are no threads in half the length of this screw. I will put the screw there, so I can move the fence like this. I drill a guide hole both in the table and in the strip. And I drive the screw until the tip protrudes the table surface. I insert the tip of the screw in the guide hole I made in the strip, and I drive it. Like this, I can move the fence to any position I might need it to drill with my drill press table. And in this end of the fence, I just clamp it. I think now I can check how this drill press table works. Like this, I can drill here. And if I turn the fence together with my workpiece, I can drill anywhere across the workpiece. And if I move it like this, I can drill anywhere along the workpiece. It is quite easy to drill anywhere along the workpiece. And it is also very easy to set the position to drill anywhere across the workpiece. And the holes are clean in both sides of the workpiece. There I have the hole I made in the marquetry piece. With time I will drill lots of holes in this piece of marquetry, so I will ruin it. But when I need a clean piece of sheet below the drill bit to avoid tear out, I can move the marquetry sheet. Or I can also move forwards or backwards the plywood table. Maybe if I make sure the drill bit always coincides right on the hole, and if I have a hole for each drill bit I use, the marquetry piece will last a lot. But I think it will be easier if I make a new marquetry piece when I ruin this one. Thanks for watching. You can find all my woodworking videos in my channel in YouTube. And if you like my videos, thanks for sharing and for subscribing.